Hey, how you doing, everybody? Happy Saturday night. We're here with Elihu.
Wait, it's
Our,
Saturday already?
let me get rid of this. All right. How's everybody doing today? Let's see who's here. Um, hey, Mary Lee, Tink. Who else? There's several people here.
Okay, I can see the chat now. Gold dollar coins had Mercer's face, huh?
So this is Elihu, everybody. In case you
there's
have
a video delay on mine.
There is a delay, isn't there? Yeah. Hey, XNR, how you doing? Who is that? Stogie.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Alec. Hey, Alec, how you doing?
See, hey XNR, Steve, the ambassador.
Yes, Stephen, Ambassador. Hello, everybody. Do you, Elihu? Do you have your Do you have headphones?
1 second. Let me say this. So I had the MacGyver in my little setup. I got a couple crates stacking up on my phone. So
Oh, yeah. So that way we don't get the echo. There we go. Awesome. So this is our famous friend Elihu. Elihu. In case people
Can
were
you see
wondering
it?
what he looks like.
Hear an echo.
In case people were wondering what he looks like. I'm getting a little bit of an echo. Yeah.
That is odd because I have no other devices on.
Okay. You have your headphones on? Okay. You have your headphones on?
Yeah, headphones are plugged in.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Hello, Eccleston Angel.
I did need to.
Okay. Hello, Eccleston Angel.
YouTube is muted.
Elihu,
I can read the chats.
Elihu, let me see. One second. Elihu, let me see. One second. All right. You can hear me, right, Elihu? I just muted you. Okay. Did you? Okay. Elihu.
I'm going to see something real fast.
Do me a favor. Do me. What are you gonna do? All right. What are you gonna do?
Okay, is there a mute on here now? Do you hear an echo?
Okay, I'm not hearing the echo anymore. Great. Okay, I'm not hearing the echo. Actually, I am hearing it.
Yay! Great. Chalola.
Actually, I am here. So do me a favor.
Damn.
Elihu, do me a favor. Can you mute yourself until you say something? So do me a favor. Elihu, do me a favor. All right. Sorry, dude. I'm just like, I'm hearing myself again. I think, all right, guys. Yeah, hello, Mary Lee, Stephen, Axonar, Alec, Tink, Eccleston, Ambassador. Hello, everybody. Okay, so Jaloja to everybody. As we have a couple people still strolling in here, I'm just going to read our mission statement for this channel for Orville Nation. I know some of you guys had heard it. The idea is for the idea of this channel is to connect Orville fans to Orville fans and Orville channels and podcasts, and to bring everybody together as one big Orville family. Also to support Seth and Tom Costantino, Seth MacFarlane and Tom Costantino, and everything they're doing, and support the whole cast and crew and everything they're doing. And third, to keep us all engaged in this very long off season until we get to season 3. So give us a sec. Elihu, do you think there's any way? I'm going to see, because I don't want to have you muted. I mean, otherwise, Elihu, is there any way you do have headphones in? You do have headphones in?
My headphones are in.
That's weird. That's weird.
I am the weird guy, almost as weird as MacGyver.
All right. Well, listen. Hello, Cryptic Charm. Hey, MacGyver. Let's talk for a few minutes. Charm. Hey,
Cryptic Charm, you just popped up. Sorry.
Let's talk for a few minutes. Let's talk for a few minutes about. I'm just going to mute Elihu for a second. I'm sorry, Elihu. I'm just going to mute Elihu for a second. I'm sorry, Elihu. Because I'm hearing myself. So listen, I just wanted to bring everybody up to speed on the work that Alicia, Lydia, Tink, Mary Lee, and Alicia, Mary Lee, Tink. Who else? Who am I missing there? Who am I missing? The ladies have put together an amazing. The ladies from Orville 24/7 have put together an amazing forum for all of us to enjoy. Hey H, what's up, John? So I urge you all to check out the link that I'm putting in here in the chat. And it's called the Orville 247 And this is a fan site. You want to say something like here?
Yeah, register now. Don't can kind. That a pumpkin spice can spam, but it's free registration. So just want to let everybody know that.
Yeah, it's free registration, and everybody. I urge everybody to. Are you guys? Let me just ask: Are you guys hearing the echo too, or is it just me? Is the chat hearing? Are you guys in the chat hearing the echo? Are you guys in the chat hearing the echo?
Who's the echo from?
It's coming. When I mute you, the echo goes away, Elihu. It's coming. When I mute you, the echo goes away, Elihu. Okay, thanks, Cryptic.
Let me try this. Let me try without the headphones.
Cryptic. Mary Lee says yes, echo. Okay. Dolphin echo. Mary Lee says yes. Hey, Dega, how you doing? All right. Well, meanwhile, while Elihu works on technical matters, I just want to remind everybody to go check out the Orville 24/7, 247. Find every.com. But go check out 7.com. And registration is free, as Elihu said. People, some of the ladies in the chat, Mary Lee, some of the ladies in the chat, Mary Lee, we're all part of putting that together, including including Lydia and Alicia as well. And Elijah, I'm going to mute you because I can't hear
Am I
myself
muted?
talk. Yeah, I'm going to mute you for a sec because it's not going away. Why don't we, Elijah? Why don't we do something?
So I'm trying to fix this.
Actually, I'm not hearing it right now. I'm not hearing the echo. What'd you do? I'm not hearing it. Oh, there he goes. Right, there goes the echo.
Is that better?
No, you had it. You had it fixed.
Is that much
for a
better?
sec. You had it fixed before. There you go. No, you had it. You had it fixed. You had it fixed.
I think I know what I did.
All right. Yeah, I think. What about now? All right.
Okay, echo and not.
Yeah, I think. What about now? Yeah, there's an echo.
Is there an echo?
Why don't we do something? Why don't you go out and come back in? See if that fixes it. Why don't we do something? Why don't you go out and come back in? See if that fixes it.
Okay, let me try this.
Why don't you leave and then come back in with a link again? Why don't you leave? Why don't you leave and then come back in with a link?
Okay.
Okay. All right, guys. Sorry about that. Hopefully we'll get Elihu back soon, and we'll be able to hear him properly. Okay, so Tink says we'll have the live chat fully functional shortly. Yeah, but so right now the message board is working on the Orville 24/7. They did a fantastic job, and it's going to be. It's basically the idea was that it's going to be kind of like the way Gate World is, but for the Orville. And so they did a fantastic job. Mary Lee and Tink are here in the chat, and Lydia might join us, and Lisa might drop in as well. So, and I feel like I'm missing somebody in there, and I just want to acknowledge I'm missing somebody. Wait a second. I'm missing somebody from that group. Who am I missing? No, I'm not missing anybody. Okay, that's it. I keep thinking it's 5, but it's 4. So it's Tink, Mary Lee, Alicia, and Lydia. Well, thank you, ladies, for that amazing project that you put together for the whole fandom. And what's up, John? So guys, so Saturday Night Latchkum. As you know, we start. Let's get the ball rolling. So the rules are that basically, if your name is called, you have to ask a question to the rest of the chat, to the rest of the group. So John, you feel like coming on? You feel like coming on with us to be in? Even though we're going to do this with the chat, we're going to have a couple of people here on live on the video. Let me know if you want to come on the video, John. All right. So let's get the Latchkum rolling. And then later on we'll answer more questions about the Orville 24/7. We thought we might have some of these ladies here to answer questions and to ask questions, but they are in the chat. So if any questions come up regarding Orville 24/7, they will get answered. All right. Randomly, I am picking Cryptic Charm. So we take the Latchkum, and by next week, by the way, next week I will have an actual Latchkum. And I'm throwing it to Cryptic Charm. So Cryptic Charm, do you have a question you want to ask the group? Let's see if Elihu there? Okay. I'm not hearing an echo yet.
Can you hear an echo?
I'm not hearing anything yet.
Yay!
Yeah, we got it fixed. Awesome. What'd you do?
I just switched headphones.
Oh, okay, great, awesome. Also, Alec, do you feel like coming on? Do you feel like coming on the live? Let us know. Let me know. All right. So, Cryptic Charm, we've thrown the Latchkum to you. Do you have a question for your fellow Orvillians that you want to ask? All right. I'm going to ask, while we wait for Cryptic, I'm going to ask the first question. And I'm going to ask the first question. I'm going to throw this out to you. How many of you, okay. All right, Alec. How many of you have heard people complain about the move to Hulu? So raise your hand if you've heard people complain about the move to Hulu. And I'll be the first one because I heard a lot of people complain about the move to Hulu.
Don't just raise your hand if you're sure. Raise your hand. We're not talking about deodorant this time.
I'm like, you guys can tell I'm so excited that Elihu's actually here with us today, live. Elihu's the official funny man.
Mostly live.
No pizza today, Elihu?
Oh yeah. It's only 4:30. I'm not 75 years old. I'm not now.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. We started earlier. You're right. Sorry about that. All right. While Cryptic is thinking,
Peter Carter Smith eats at 4:30.
I usually eat lunch at 4:30.
Cryptic Charm doesn't have Hulu in the UK.
Yeah, Cryptic doesn't have Hulu in the UK. Eccleston says not really. Definitely. Why don't we do this, Elihu? Why don't we? I'll read the chat for one question, and then we'll switch, and then you read the chat for the next question.
Okay.
All right. So, Stephen Klein says I haven't heard. Adega says only one person. Damn, you guys are. Mary Lee says especially lots in Europe are freaking out. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's because of my role in Orville Nation. I've heard tons and tons of people complaining about the move to Hulu. But what about you, Elihu? Have you heard?
Well, there's a good thing about Hulu. They got some people are talking about they don't want to pay a service just for a show. Heard that about the Star Trek, of course. Star Trek Discovery, some people don't like it, but the move to Hulu is actually a very practical idea and a move because in 41 minutes with the commercials, there's basically no commercial. You have 51 minutes to 109, which John Cesar loves. He loves that idea. They can also do. You can also say shit now.
So
I expect Jay Lee to be cursing up a storm with Lamar.
I agree.
You can say this is a fucking good project in Star Trek Discovery. Lamar can say shit.
Mary Lee says she's heard tons, and maybe Mary Lee, because I can identify with that. Maybe it's because you and me are in this.
Okay, sorry about the heads. Okay, if I do it this, sorry. Someone made a comment about my head shaking. It's actually the camera, but if I sit like this, I have a very short one. It's the only one I got working right now because the other ones are echoing. And well, obviously, I'm going to be uncomfortable sitting like this unless I do this now. Hang on a second, idea. I'll be right back.
Okay. So Eccleston is cooking biscuits for dinner. Oh, she had chicken and biscuits for dinner. Okay. So Mary Lee, I think definitely that maybe you and me, because of is kind of, we're kind of in this role of being in this hub. Maybe we're getting all these directions, all these questions are getting, or all these comments are getting directed at people like us.
What do you mean people like us? People with hair?
People with people who like have an Orville focused channel or Twitter or something. That's what I meant. So let's see. Cryptic.
Homemade biscuits.
Okay. Do you want to, Elihu? You want to take care of the next one and do cryptic charms question? Scroll up.
The cryptic ask a question because sorry, I'm on my PlayStation thing. I cannot scroll up the chat.
Oh, okay, I got it.
The chat I see right now is MacGyver talking about a giant hamburger. Lucky. If they have swear, someone has to say wanker. Ever heard a Yank say wanker? Yeah, I'm saying wanker. Hysterical. You wrote the R at the end, like wanka, like a Boston. People with hair. Come on.
Okay, so let's see. So we had thrown the Latchkum to Cryptic, and she had actually put out a question. So the question was,
okay, what was your question? Sorry.
Yeah. So the question was, should there be an episode where all the alien characters become human just for giggles, and what should happen? So should there be an episode where all the alien characters become human? So like Tala, Bortus, Clyden, all the alien characters become human. Maybe that includes it.
Don't see it. It's impractical to rewrite somebody's DNA for an odd storyline.
Okay, so that's the question.
That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, so that's what Elihu thinks. So
if they want to combine people's DNA, then yeah.
So Cryptic is throwing that
someone
out.
Half Mocklin and half Yapit.
So Cryptic has thrown that out to everybody, and what do you guys think in the chat? Is that is Bortus becoming human for an episode? Is that viable? Is it? Do you guys think that's what would happen? This is Cryptic.
I agree with Mary. I can't picture how that would work. Like I said, I would see maybe crossbreeding like a half monkeys. But everybody becoming human, that's kind of like far-fetching weird off sci-fi line that might not be willing to go there.
So Tink says, I would love it if there was a warp where all aliens became human for a short time.
Cryptic charm. What, like Tuvix? Tuvix. I think they should just get the makeup off. They also did it in Red Dwarf. Crichton became a hit. Human, he hated it. I have not actually seen the last season of Red Dwarf yet. I have yet to.
But only for a limited time, says Tank. A virus or something. Hello, Monster Hunter Swoon.
Human Isaac and Clara the baby would be lead. No, I'm more like a little miniature RoboCop without the gun. No, that's actually a really good idea. Monster Hunter's Room. Seth might like something like that.
The Orville really needs to capitalize on Isaac hacking into the Kalon Collective and making them dance to Mr. Roboto. Okay. That's funny.
Hey, Seth loves musicals. Okay, I got to unplug for a second. 1 second.
So,
okay, so it's more than a second. I'll be back.
okay, Lahu, I'm going to mute you for a sec, okay? Until you get back. So, it should be weird. Stephen Klein says it would be better at the reverse, where all the humans become alien to understand their perception. Yeah, that'd be interesting. So instead of all the aliens becoming human, humans becoming aliens.
Adega Outlaw, the Improbable Drive will not work because Isaac's head is not that big. Wrong robot, wrong show.
Okay. So that was an interesting question, Cryptic. Can you imagine Ed as a Mocklin, says Cryptic. That'd be interesting. Especially if he has to start acting like a Mocklin. That was an interesting question.
Would he eat Gordon's phaser?
I would definitely think that that there is something, there's a possibility of if it was, the episode was done properly, yeah, there could be something where either the humans became aliens or the aliens became humans. That'd be interesting. No, that was good. You came up. It was a good question, Cryptic. I thought it was good. Elihu, why don't you pick somebody randomly at random? Pick somebody to throw the Latchkum to.
Adega.
Okay. So we
catch.
Catch, Adega.
Can't believe my lighter died.
You know what? I tell my smoking friends, if your lighter dies, you smoke too much.
I'm not smoking tobacco.
It's regardless. We'll wait for you while you go find another one if you want. So Adega, that's
why I had to get my backup one.
Elijah is throwing you the Latchkum. So do you, sir, have a question for the rest of the gang?
Just imagine the Jeopardy theme going through your head. How long and what is involved with the Union training? Anything similar to Starfleet? That I want to know. I would like to know the history of the Union. Seth has not even explained it all in detail.
Yeah, so that's a good question, guys.
Come on, Adega. Yeah.
How do you guys think
history of how did it evolve? Who started it?
Is it similar to Starfleet? What do you guys think? Is it similar to Starfleet? Is Union Point similar to
Yeah, do they
Starfleet
do
Academy?
random wilderness training like and Cryptic even asks is there like a Kobayashi Maru?
Great point.
Alicia posted about that on the forum. Cool. Orville Nation over 24/7. You want to put the type in the website again, PJ?
Yeah.
I got no keyboard.
Oh, okay.
Thanks.
I forget you're using your.
Chapping. I'm reading the tweets my PlayStation YouTube app. Who said multitask? Hell, when I was a kid, it was called.
Cryptic says, "Yeah, what was the first contact? The species that first contacted the
Keep on seeing me
Earthlings?"
looking odd. Oh. They never mentioned that. If you guys keep on seeing me look up like this, it's because I'm trying to read the chat.
So where and what about so regards to that question, guys? Is it do you? We don't. I mean, it's obviously Starfleet Academy's in San Francisco, but what about we don't know anything about Union Point, do we, Elihu? Anything at all, right?
A couple months ago, I tweeted and Seth responded back saying that Union Point headquarters is actually New York City, Manhattan.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Because he said in the background you can see different famous landmarks. I'm like, I'm in San Francisco. I don't know the East Coast, so I didn't know the answer. I'm like, I'm glad he tweeted back.
Okay. Bye, Alec. Hey, thanks for dropping in. Go take care of your puppies. Thanks for dropping in, Alec. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to Axonar, everybody I think here has subscribed to Axonar. But if you haven't subscribed to Axonar, go click on Alec's channel before he leaves. And go visit and connect with Alec with Axonar. I'm putting Alec's Axonar Twitter on here. Connect with Axonar on Twitter. Definitely be connected.
Well, Excellent Angels said about Union Point is in New York City. If you actually know New York City, the layout of Manhattan, you can look in the Admiral's office out the window and find out what building it is actually in. So, yeah, yes, again, you can see Central Park.
You guys are right. You're absolutely right. Yep. And also, I'm putting in the Axonar YouTube channel here. So you guys, in case Alec has already left, this is the...
What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? There's not enough time on here to explain everything, okay?
That's great, Eccleston. Minnesota. Yeah, New York. All right. Elahi, why don't you do another one? Why don't you pick another person to ask another question? Those are good questions, guys.
Um, okay, let's see. Tink. Tink.
So Tink, Elihu has thrown you the Latchkum. See if Tink has a question for all of us.
I'm sorry, how my camera was on this phone. And what's wrong with California, Dega? I know it's not to have hair grease governor. We have earthquakes, but these are called big. So what's wrong with California?
Yeah. I think it's personal against you, Elihu, because you live in California. It is, isn't it, Adega? It's because Elihu's in California. I know. We know.
California. Tink wants to know, do you think Ed will find a love interest in season 3?
Good question.
Yeah, because Tink is also in California.
Will Ed find another love interest?
Oh, gnarly, dude. Honey, it's a gnarly.
Now, Mary Lee says,
yuck.
so Mary Lee says, Tink,
Charm, I
maybe
mentioned
but not for one episode. The Ed and Kelly tension is too good to let it go, to let go of. Sorry, go ahead, Elihu.
Never mind. The message already scrolled up. I can't read it anymore.
Oh, okay. Stephen Klein brings up a good point, and yeah, Ann Winters, the character that Ann Winters is going to play. There's a lot of people thinking that there may be some tension there between her and Ed. That's perfectly viable. She's going to be probably the new navigator on the bridge, I think.
You think she's gonna seek asylum and her and Ed's gonna hook up again?
What was the krill lady's name? I forget.
Okay, it's called me getting old.
Mary Lee says, "How's your
I
upside?"
can't look it up right now. Oh, I'm not doing upsada tonight. I'm doing a human mixed up grains in a aluminum casing. So my stomach doesn't feel like growing a pear, so I'm just gonna drink this.
Talaya, thank you, ladies. Hey, Lydia, I didn't see you come in here. How you doing, Lydia? Yes, Talaya.
Hi to everybody. I didn't see you come. I got bad scrolling on my thing.
Now, the tension between Ed, the new love interest for Ed can be the new character. It can be an old flame like Talaya
And Winter.
Yeah, and Winter. It could be somebody we haven't seen before. But I definitely think, I definitely think that one of the Ed finding love is something that's very present in the fandom.
Well, maybe just a random hookup. You can't just. You got to have that Kelly tension.
Look at this one. Stephen Klein says, "I think Ann Winter character will come between Ed and Gordon and cause tension between both." That's interesting. Talia and Ed, a better love story than Kylo Ren and Rey.
Everybody's harsh in the Star Wars lately. Well, you know how people are talking about how Seth is kind of mirrors and parallels Star Trek. Riker and Troy had that off and on tension until they finally hooked up. He's probably, I think he's doing this with Kelly and Mercer, doing off and on tension until they finally hooked up.
That's a good point. Ambassador, you enjoy your dinner. We know you're listening to us. That's all that matters.
Well, the charm's a Dan fan. I agree. Dan does not get the respect he deserves.
And Mary Lee votes for a random hookup. Yes, and again. He'll be happy. He'll be happy when the show ends. Oh, Cryptic loves Dan.
You know, he could end it like a Saint Elsewhere episode. You know, Seth can just throw a whammy to everybody where having all the kids dream in some planets.
Actually, the McFarlane verse will go crazy if we see Seth in another pseudo sex scene.
Oh boy. No more.
All right. I'm going to randomly pick somebody. Hey, Eccleston, didn't you order pretzels for all of us? I'm just kidding.
Chocolate? Chocolate?
And this is too, I mean,
No Monster Hunter's room. Ed did not have a random hookup. He tried to have that hookup with the guy who played Rob Lowe. I forgot the character's name.
Okay.
No chocolates. That's a sign of Armageddon.
Yeah, just to put in Steve's comment here, Steven's that he could hook up with Kelly again. So Derulio, yes, thank you, yes and again. All right, I'm gonna throw.
Thank you, Derulio. Thank you, thank you.
Yes, we're having we froze up here with the name Derulio. I'm gonna randomly pick somebody. So what I usually do is I try to close my eyes and I put the cursor over a name. So, all right, we already asked Cryptic, so I gotta ask somebody else. Monster Huntress Rune. So, Monster Huntress Rune, do you have a question for the rest of us? Do you have an Orville question for the rest of us? As you eat bag of pears, monstrous huntress fruit. As you eat your bag of pears, do you think you have a question for us?
Um,
I mean, it could be
no such thing as a replacement for chocolate. Okay, chocolate is chocolate. He calls it substitute, but not a replacement. Eccleston's Angel is quite, to McGruber, I'm quite rural, but I finally get Grubhub and DoorDash. Well, I live 5 blocks away from a grocery store, 6 blocks away from a Target, 2 blocks away from a donut shop, a block away from a dispensary. I don't need DoorDash. Monster Hunter's room got. Will Isaac and Claire get back together? Huh.
good question.
He has, yeah, the turning on him. Yeah.
So, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that Claire and Isaac will get back together?
Do you think it'll have something to do with her kids making an influence? Because the youngest one really loves Isaac like a daddy.
That's right. Elihu's right.
Mm-hmm.
Kids can influence.
Well, people thought about, sorry, Tink asked, we had the discussion on Bill 24/7. Can Isaac ever be trusted again? Argument about 7 and 9 and Voyager because she was bored.
We're gonna hold you to that, Eccleston, about inviting us over to your house for pretzels. We take a rain check.
I think Isaac and Claire will hook back up.
So yes and again says I see them getting back together.
He didn't really.
Go ahead, you read them, Elihu. You read them. I'll post them. You read them.
Yeah, you're eating. Yeah, he didn't really have a choice in the matter, and he rebelled and lost everything in the process. He's all alone like the Incredible Hulk. Oh, but he's not green. And no, Stephen, I don't agree with you. I don't think Isaac will be the new Kalon Prime. He got separated from the rest of his people. Well, if you want to say people, he turned on them, basically. It wasn't Isaac's fault, though. He's still a machine, and until they find a way to be not a part of the collective. Huh. How about we see Claire use it to Kalon? Do like a plot twist. He can be trusted because choose to help. Well, if y'all can stand being out in the country, then y'all welcome. Okay. I've been to the country before. I can blend in. Just gotta have a ponytail.
So I do think that I do think at some
See,
point
I know how to read with the accent.
Go ahead, Elihu.
I was taking a drink. Sorry.
So yeah, I do think they're going to revisit the relationship. I wonder if they'll actually get back together, fully back together. That's a good question.
Mm. suggested that the Kalon can still act. I'm not making fun of your Tidewater, Virginia accent. I'm talking about a Southern Louisiana accent. Oh, sticking with that moonshine. We got real bourbon down here.
What do you think, Elihu? Do you think they'll get back together?
I think it's a possibility, but it might have to do with the kids. Because Claire is she's a family woman. She's a single mother raising 2 kids. And she's not doing anything without approval of her kids. Because she didn't leave Isaac in the care of her kids without approval. First, before she left them in their presence. So like babysit and watch them. Get to know them.
Yeah.
I don't do Boston's because I don't have I've been to Boston once. I didn't like them apples.
Tink says, I hope they get back together. The boys may be the factor that determines it. Mary Lee says, I don't have it, but everybody else does. Okay. My pretzels will be here in 15 minutes. Yummy. You know what? I'm hitting these cookies here because you're all talking about food. Hey, George.
Yeah, I'm starting to get hungry now. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm here in California, and I'm starting to get hungry.
We'll wait for you to go to that donut shop you got there, Elihu.
No, I got a blueberry scone this morning. I'm good.
Okay. Hey, Bradley, how are you? Hey, George, welcome, guys. So we were just asking for you guys who just jumped in, before we move on to the next question. Somebody had asked if Isaac and Claire will be back together in season 3. Do you guys think that Dr. Finn and the robot Isaac will get back together? Peter Griffin. Oh, great. I plan on tormenting you all with my yummies. Okay, Eccleston.
It's actually it's pronounced pita. Pita.
Pizza.
Hi all, hi Orville Nation. I spell hi H-I-G-H.
Hey, John Haros. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. I'm liking your superwoman there, your Supergirl.
Oh, I see the icon now. Get a Polo Loco or anything else for me.
Oh, I missed this.
Nah.
George says robot human love is forever. Look at what happened with Solo.
Well, is that why Data was programmed in multiple techniques?
Adega says, get a Pollo Loco in or out for me, Elihu.
Now, if anybody lives in Oregon or Washington, a place to ever eat is Whataburger. Enough said. Mic drop.
Okay. All right. So let's pick somebody else. Let's see. Let's pick somebody at random. Let's pick somebody who just came in. Peter. Oh, Peter. Yeah, George. I'm seeing. Sorry, George.
He's got the PETA accent.
George, do you have a question for? And we're going to be. By the way, we're going to be reviewing George's comic very soon. So George is a check out George's content and subscribe to George, guys. And also subscribe to Adega, who has content on his channel. And who else? Who else here has content on their channel? I'm looking. Well, for now, what I'm seeing.
There's a puppy in the background.
Oh, Ambassador. Ambassador has. Please subscribe to the Ambassador too. You guys hear dogs? That's the only dog around, huh? I think you muted yourself, Lahu. I didn't mute you. Oh, the puppy. Oh, the puppy is Eccleston. Okay. All right. So let's see. George, do you have a question for us? Do you have a question for the?
You can hear me now.
We throw the Latchkum to George. George Peter Gatsis. You guys heard a dog? It's not in my house.
Not here.
Maybe
When we're pressing my floor, my building has a dog, and that little mutt doesn't bark.
All right. So we'll wait a second to see if George has a question for everybody, and if not, do you want to ask a question, Elihu, to the group?
I thought I'd been asking questions. Oh, Jenna. Oh, sorry, that kind of question.
Yeah, like we throw a Latchkum.
Oh,
You know what?
Ouch.
If not, I got questions.
Okay, I have a question for the group. Okay. Yes, I did. I'll be here in a second. My question is, in season 3, who do you think that would be an unexpected special star guest that Seth would get? Because he got Charlize Theron and Bruce Willis for season 2.
Good question. Who's going to be the
like you wouldn't expect? Because he has no personal connection with Bruce Willis in the past. We got him, and he's the big A-name star.
What is the big movie star that one of the big movie stars that Seth's going to bring into this is a surprise, like Elihu says, for season 3? Because it definitely will be. Of course. Eccleston says Shatner. The Dega says Shatner. Stephen Class says as Yafet's dad. Elihu, I can't hear you, by the way. I don't know if you're talking because I can't hear you, Elihu. Mark Hamill says Stephen Klein. Dad McFarlane could be Yafet's kid. I think we lost Elihu. Neil Patrick Harris says Mary Lee. That's interesting. Yeah, I can't hear you, Elihu. He was in A Million Ways to Die in the West. Those are all good. Yeah, a lot of people have said Nichelle Nichols is Claire's mother or grandmother. Some people have said that, yeah. Yeah, MacGyver. Mark would be cool. Tink says yes. Who should play Avis? Oh, I've heard a whole bunch of people saying that Shatner should play Avis. Corin Nemec, says Eccleston. Well, we never found out if Corin. I mean, a lot of people just assume that he didn't get that role, but even if he got it, he might not be able to talk about it. So who knows if he got that role he auditioned for. And let's see, we got Elihu back. We got you back. Now I can hear you, Elihu.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yep.
Good. This is not a Verizon commercial. I have been hearing everybody's chats in the background and I'm reading as well as trying to fix this thing right here. Yeah, people have been talking about Bill playing a big giant head in Third Rock from the Sun, but you need a very recognizable voice.
Yeah. It was the Shatner. Corin is great, says MacGyver. Chappelle.
I'm laughing at the Dega Outlaws comments.
That would be hysterical, Adega, if Chappelle was her brother or something.
Yeah, Chappelle.
You know what? I can totally see that happening, Elihu. What about you?
I did. That's what your brother, I got in trouble.
Michael Dorn is a Mocklin leader. That's interesting, Stephen. Yeah.
Simon Pegg as Gordon's brother.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that, Stephen. That I can totally see that. Cryptic says no. Michael Dorn is John's dad. Out of makeup. That's interesting too.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but who would play his mother? Actually, I would like to see Betty White and what's his name? What? Okay. Snipes played Lamar's parents.
Betty White. That's interesting. Oh, was Lamar's parents?
Betty White and Wesley Snipes. Yeah. You gotta have Wesley Snipes there as well. Come on.
I gotta tell you, we got some pretty good questions tonight, guys. Yeah, I think the only way Nichelle Nichols would maybe be in there, maybe she would do maybe like a video conference with maybe as Claire's grandmother, like a short video conference where she didn't even have to really come into the studio.
When Ricardo Montalban did Spy Kids 3, he was severely paralyzed, almost paralyzed with his back, and he was in a wheelchair. So the studio executives in a flying wheelchair, so he wouldn't walk around and move. They still did she could do this thing. She doesn't have to get down and just read the lines. Marlon Brando style, put him on the cue card.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of possibilities. Yeah. I don't know about Michelle, says Tink. Yeah. Yeah, cryptic. That's funny, Steven.
No, Gilbert Gottfried computer. As the voice of the computer.
Oh, I can totally see Gilbert Gottfried doing some kind of crazy role as a crazy alien or something. That's funny.
Wait, didn't Seth have Ron Howard's brother on there? Todd Howard?
Did he?
I think he had him on one end of the background shot one time.
Oh, I don't remember.
You know, Ron always puts his brother in his movies.
Yeah.
I think he was in that episode once. I have to double check that.
What's up, Fatal? How you doing, buddy? Fatal J in the house.
Fatal J.
Hey.
No, it's in the house.
Guys, I want you to do me a favor. Everybody in the chat. Fatal J is like just a couple hours away from monetization of visualization. So do me a favor, guys. Everybody, if you're not subscribed to Fatal, subscribe to Fatal and do his playlist and hit his playlist tonight before you go to bed. And let
I got to answer that Fatal J question.
Go ahead.
He said, war for Quark, who would win? Quark. Why? Because he outsources his enemies. You got 10-1. Come on. Please. Ferengi negotiations. Next question. So go ahead. Go ahead, Pete.
Worf versus Quark, who would win?
Yeah.
So listen,
he outsourcing intuition. He makes a profit.
Before I forget, every single person in this chat, we got to help out Fatal because he's only a couple hours away from monetization, visualization. So go ahead and go play one of his playlists on his thing. Fatal, if you feel like jumping on, let me know. Hey, Philip Gaming, our friend Philip O'Reilly, guys. Thanks, guys. Thank you, Mary Lee. Thanks, John. Everybody. Elihu, you want to pick the next person to ask a question? We're getting some pretty good questions today.
Okay, MacGyver. MacGyver, what's your question? Your last comment has been thrown to you.
If you was in a bar fighting some bikers, who would you have back? You want back Klingons or Dominion Romulans? That's a good question. All right, while MacGyver comes up with a question, we're going to take Fatal's question. If you were in a bar fight, would you want a Klingon, a Dominion, or a Romulan getting your back?
Well, let's think about this. The Romulans are weaklings. They are cousins, basically knowledge, which have weapons. Have the Dominion, which their fatal flaw is to cut the little that tube energy source in their food. So I'd rather have some Klingons. Yeah, I have consumed 0 blood wine, but half a bowl.
How much? Okay. How much blood wine have they consumed? So everybody's saying Klingons. Everybody's saying Klingons. MacGyver's throwing them. Actually, no. Steven says the Jem'Hadar.
Yeah, Fatal J. Nobody wants any Romulans in their fights.
What Fatal? Who would you pick? Who would you pick, Fatal? So, Elihu, who would you pick? Who would you want in your bar fight?
Klingons. The Klingons, of course.
Klingons.
I don't want logic and people trying to figure out what to do and have some, like Fatal J described, drug addicts. Just cut the little tube and there goes their food source into life. So Klingons, you slap one once, they're going to say, you're going to hit me or what?
Fatal says Klingons. Yeah. Fatal, if you want to come on, let me know. So who you had picked MacGyver, right? So MacGyver, do you have a question for the group? MacGyver, or do you want us to move on to somebody else?
Oh, gaming, Dominion, they have changeling. They can morph into anything. Yeah, but they are founders and they don't squaddle on petty little stuff.
If Predator fought the Terminator, who would win?
Which Terminator? You didn't specify.
That's a good point. All right. While we wait for MacGyver,
Predator kicked the T-1000's ass, but not the 3000.
While we wait for MacGyver, let's take that as a question. So Stephen Klein asks, if Predator fought the Terminator, who would win? Do you want to specify the Terminator, Stephen?
$3,000. Oh, the liquid metal guy. Huh. Well, doesn't a Predator have access to liquid nitrogen? Freeze them? Done.
Philip says Terminator would win unless pulled self-destruct, killed both.
It won't work because Jesus was blown up before, melted, or reassembled. I've got caramel dip pretzels. Yuck.
Shaped of incubator to the back of the galaxy.
And there goes my feet again. Okay.
You're losing your feed, Elihu?
No, it just froze up for a second.
Okay. Sometimes sometimes your audio freezes up on me a little bit, just so you know.
I'm just kidding.
Philip says also the Terminator from T3 had a nuclear explosive reactor, so he could do the same, but can't self-destruct. So MacGyver, do you want to ask the question to the rest of the group? We have thrown the Latchkum. Elihu has thrown you the Latchkum. Do you want to ask a question, MacGyver, to the rest of the group, or do you want us to move on to somebody else?
I put too much on caramel dip now. So with caramel dip.
All right, so MacGyver's going to pass. So, I am going to ask a question to the rest of the group. All right, so I'm going to do the last one question. Let's see. Will Isaac find another good Kalon he can be buddies with this season? Will Isaac
My answer is yes.
Like, who says yes?
I mean, I even tweeted, I gave Seth a free little pitch about finding a new Kalon, because if he wants to mirror Star Trek, think about it this way. When the Borg were the main nemesis, one became a good Borg, right? It was Hugh. Because Data asked him, "What's your name?" He said, "Hugh." So I put on Twitter like, "Hey Seth, how about a free pitch? Here's a free pitch. Use it if you want. Name the have a good Kalon go good. Name him Elihu. Why? Why Elihu? Because he's going to be a Star Trek. You can have like Isaac ask, "What's your name?" He says Elihu, and Mercer's like, "Elihu." He's like, "Hugh. I am Elihu."
Wait, was this in person?
No, I tweeted it. It's like, "Hey, have a free pitch, man."
So what do you guys think? And afterwards, after that question, we're going to go with Fatal's question of how would you fix Star Trek. But first, guys, let's see. Yes and again says yes, he will. Eccleston says maybe. Mary Lee says, "Oh yes, I want that story. Another rogue Kalon sympathetic to Isaac." Save orphan. Oh, okay. So Cryptic says, "I don't think so, unless he was one of those abandoned in the planet when he was reprogrammed and became good, save orphans, and wants nothing to do with Isaac." I thought a lot about that.
Isaac is them.
I thought a lot about that, Stephen. What are the chances that Orb will find a surviving Kalon biological, the creators of the Kalon? Yes, again, likes that idea. Well, the only thing with that cryptic is that actually Isaac was one of the only Kalon who didn't commit genocide because he was built afterwards. That's what they did.
Yeah, played Richard.
I think we're losing Elihu. I'm losing you, Elihu. So guys, let's go to Fatal's question. As the next question. How would you fix Star Trek? How would you fix Star Trek? So we're throwing the Latchkum to Fatal. Fatal, we're throwing the Latchkum to you, buddy. And he puts us this question: how would you fix Star Trek? That's a very big question, but I thought it's a very ample question, but wide range question. But I think the question is, how would you fix Discovery, or how would you fix? That's a good point, Eccleston. Kalon Biologicals and the Cavalon Zoo. Yeah, I think you mentioned that before, right? Or was it you who mentioned that before? In someone. Possibly find another Kalon or another android species. Yeah. We got our buddy back. Okay, we can hear you, Elihu.
Yay! Yeah, I think it's my damn in here.
So Cryptic says, I would cancel Discovery. It was all a holodeck simulation made by Reg Barkley for shits and giggles. Oh God, I wish it was that. Yeah, I wish it was that easy, Cryptic. Yeah, that'd be great though. That would be a great way to fix it. We're losing Elihu.
I wish it was.
It's just this damn connection here I got. Sorry, man.
It's okay. Put together from scrap parts, yeah. How would you fix? So, Elihu, how would you fix Star Trek Discovery?
Well, I would memory erasing Ray and bathe the entire planet Earth. That would fix it.
Can you repeat that, Elihu?
I was majorly disappointed in it. I would tear memory erasing Ray and bathe the entire planet Earth with it.
Oh, okay.
They totally messed with Star Trek canon because the way the canon is supposed to go is the main voyage of the Enterprise. They rescued Jim Kirk's father, blowing up and coming through. That's basically how it came in. So official. The way the show came in, all of a sudden the Enterprise shows up and there's no ribbon, no nothing, and Spock's already there. Hello.
Yeah.
I just totally.
Yeah. MacGyver says good stories can fix Star Trek. I mean, yeah, it could all of a sudden if you got the right people in there. One of the sticks from Men in Black. Where all the former enemies of the Federation.
New York, there is one in the Statue of Liberty.
I think one of the things that they could do, Fatal, to your question, I think one of the things that they could do, they could just call all the Star Trek, all the STD we've seen, just like some alternate universe. You know, how's like there's the mirror universe where there's probably an infinite number of universes out there.
That's cheap writing.
Explain it away.
As the Ryan Reynolds says, lazy writing.
All right, let me ask.
Yeah, have you guys seen the Star Trek shorts?
Go ahead, Elijah. Go ahead.
Look at Anson Mount. Episode 1, he has the dark black hair. Star Trek short, also he has the puffy gray hair. I'm like, can't you guys stick the canon? Couldn't fix his hair for that?
Hey, the dude.
Do you like STDs? Well, I know some places you can go, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, I mean, the most important thing is fixing the writing. That's clear. The most important thing is fixing the writing. If the writing was spectacular, you know, they could do anything really.
Have the time shift relativity, clean up the crappy timelines. Special Section 31 project.
Oh, I got to tell you, one of the things, Cryptic, one of the things that I've been totally fearing is that now that what's her name is in the future, that they're gonna try to bring in like, and the guy Daniels, the time traveling, from the Daniels from the future from Enterprise. I hope they don't try to tie stuff into that.
No, then and so I don't think they're going to go back to any of that.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah,
They did. They just pulled the 180 and they lose a lot of fans.
Yeah,
There's people watching it for what it is right now. And if they do a total of 180, it's going to get rid of CBS. Fuck that. No more.
All right. So let's pick somebody. Eccleston Angel, do you want to ask a question to the group chat? We have thrown the Latchkum to you, Eccleston. And next week there'll be a real Latchkum here.
Fabergé egg?
No, somebody had suggested, was it you or Eric Lahue? Well, you said it wasn't you about the dragon egg from Game of Thrones?
No, it was Eric.
It was Eric? Okay. Yeah, I think we're all hoping Picard will be good. Unfortunately, I don't know. I hope it will be too.
Yeah, I tweeted earlier that my prediction for Picard is remember when Star Trek first came out, everybody's going to want number 1 dog tags.
Wait, say that again. Say that again, Lahue.
When Star Trek first came out, everybody wanted the comm badges, the ones that the little metal thing with the comm badges, right? Yeah. Now everybody's going to want a number 1 dog tag. Hey, I'll take where 1.
That's funny. That's funny.
Okay. Do you think we will get background on Dana Yaffetz this year, as well as John Stories? More John Stories.
Good question. What do you think, Lahue, about that question? What do you think?
Let's see. More background on Dan. Well, I think earlier that would be a good idea to have a Dan episode, like a Dan centered, like maybe like a first person shooter scenario, like totally Dan vision. Yaphet's, I'm not sure about Yaphet though. Yeah, everybody loves Dan. No, you correct, Charm. You didn't make it clear enough. You don't love Dan enough.
Steven says, I think he'll
Especially know
see the
a damn. What would the Yaffa planet look like? Purple ocean, green pools, puddles of them. Or we look at the Dominion with one huge puddle.
Yeah, Cryptic is a fan of Dan, I think.
I can see Dan walking down the hallway to a Bee Gees song. Popping the white collar.
You know, dude.
And I think they will be making a now Comic Con is a new Stargate.
Say that again, Elihu.
I mean, WonderCon. Sorry. They may be making an announcement about the new Stargate series coming at WonderCon.
Really?
There may be an announcement. It's a rumor flying around.
Okay. Why don't we have that for the next question, dude? The dude. We'll have that for the next question. I do think, by the way, we'll get more of Dan. We'll save that question for next one. I do think we're going to get more of Dan and Yaphet, personally, I think. That's funny. Yeah, I like Sliders. That was a good show. Steven. All right, let's take this as the next question, guys.
It got really dumb after the fourth vision.
Yeah, you're right, Wahi. Let's take the dude's question for the next question.
What was its question?
On the other, do you think Stargate will get a revival series again? So let me just. I think we will. And do you guys think we'll get it soon? What do you guys think? You want to talk about those rumors, Elijah, that you were saying?
Something what I've been hearing, which I cannot actually verify because it's not a reliable. One of them is not a reliable source, but one of them is. WonderCon. Some producers are talking about bringing back a Stargate type show, not like the failed 3 plot episode that the Sci-Fi Channel had, like the Origins one, but the continuation, like the from the the native side, not the Stargate team, but the natives, how they like fight and stuff. But rumors not confirmed.
Interesting. Okay. By the way, Elihu, cheers. We haven't cheered you yet.
Yeah.
And cheers to everybody, and a happy new year to everybody. So if you got them, cheers, guys. I do think that we're going to get something soon. There's been a lot of momentum building with Stargate. However, they got to get over that hump of Yeah, they canceled it they canceled it soon, dude. Um
Hmm.
Cheers, yes and again. Oh, you have to watch SG1 Cryptic. You have to watch it.
I never watched Supernatural. Never watched Mr. Rogers. Stargate, you have to watch. Supernatural, you have to watch before it ends. Mr. Rogers movie, I'm planning on seeing that tomorrow.
Oh, that's awesome. Yes and again.
What'd she say? Sorry.
She just watched
Atlantis.
SG1.
Okay.
She's going to start on Atlantis. No,
Okay. Do not look forward to Universe.
Yeah, I agree. It's probably it's not going to be Universe picked up. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think yeah, you're right, dude. The dude. I think you're not. There's no fatigue of Stargate. People wanted more, and they want it more and more now. Cheers to all my Gilliac trash. Is it your birthday, Steven, this month? Hey, it's more Farscape. Cool. That's interesting, Eccleston.
Oh, I never really got into Farscape.
Yeah, I dabbled with it, but I wouldn't mind doing a re. I wouldn't mind looking at it again, to be honest. But I have there's only so many hours in the day. You're right.
Yeah, 20. Oh, this isn't Mars. Never mind.
Do you have a question you want to ask Elihu, or do you want to pick somebody?
Stephen Klein really wants an episode where all the characters are breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah, they did that with Stargate, and that was they did that with Stargate a couple times, and it was fun. It was fun.
Yeah, but Seth said he toward a more serious route toward mid-season and season 2, and he laid up comical. That's more like a comical thing, but he wants to get serious with the show.
Yeah. So you don't think it's going to happen?
Maybe like a 1 or 2 liner, but
So is there a question you want to ask Elihu, or do you want to pick somebody instead of asking?
Go ahead and pick. Sorry.
Okay. Do you want to pick, or you want me to pick?
You go ahead and pick.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. The dude. Well, we actually just tackled your question, so I'm gonna go with Steven. Steven, do you have a question that you want to ask Stephen Klein? Do you have a question that you want to ask the chat? We're throwing the Latchkum to Steven. Watch out for the blade. And then we're gonna ask Steven, and then we're gonna ask the dude to come up with who wants to come up with another question. Yeah, The Expanse is pretty good. dude, it was pretty good. Okay, so Stephen Klein says, do you think now that Orville is on Hulu?
Okay, I am back.
Great. Do you think now that the Orville is on Hulu,
I pitched that idea.
Oh, you did? Okay. Do you think now that Orville is on Hulu, we can get some Orville shorts to get excited about the new season? That's interesting.
I pitched that idea already, and I have never heard back.
You know what? They're probably thinking we don't want to copy what STD is doing. I could totally see the production staff saying, "Why would we do it?" That's what I think some people in the production staff might say. But it's a legit question, Stephen.
Can you hear me?
What do you guys think?
You can't hear me now, can you?
I can hear you now.
No, you can't.
I can hear you now.
Oh,
I can.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. Sorry, okay. I was having problems with this again. Sorry, I was going to ask that question. I pitched that idea about shorts. Their Star Trek shorts came out. I don't think they wanted something that Star Trek actually came out with all of a sudden.
Okay. Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, idea. So if Seth wants to turn around and go and do shorts, and just call me. I'll write. I already got a couple written.
Oh, you do. So Philip says, "I don't think you would do shorts."
When I pitched the idea, I already had things written in case you wanted to see something. I sent them right away. I'm like, but still on a hard drive.
Oh, that's awesome. Were they funny, Elihu?
Yeah, I thought they were funny.
Cryptic says, Ed just wanting to watch porn, Marcus and Ty stealing his shuttle.
Well, they watched Friends. They watched Seinfeld on the view. They just watched some porn on the view screen. A little alone time at 2:00 in the morning.
What about webisodes with lesser characters? That's interesting. That's true, Cryptic. Yeah, that's true about those animated Star Trek. Yeah. The dude says he doesn't want Orville to do shorts. Sort of takes away from the main show. Yeah, I mean, it feels. I think shorts. I think if you did shorts, it would have to be like now in the off season. Well, while we're waiting for the show or something. But I do think, yeah, they're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna go for that. Deleted scenes for a DVD release would be good enough. Well, our actor friend has weighed in. Deleted scenes for a DVD release would be good enough, but DVD special features these days are a low priority.
Yeah, I agree with that because all of the special features are now available online. You got YouTube's, for example. You got Daily Motion, special feature right there. So why would you want to pay extra for a DVD or Blu-ray if that's on there? It's already available online. Yeah, I agree. I like the bloopers, the deleted scenes. If I want to see how a movie was made or a certain scene was made, I'll go on YouTube.
I got to tell you, I'm really excited about because we're gonna get those extra 10 to 12 minutes per episode. That's gonna be cool. One of the things that I didn't like, Elihu, what do you think? One of the things I didn't like about Mandalorian was that the episodes were kind of short from my perspective. What do you think?
Well, without giving away any spoilers to people who have not seen it yet, I'm a little confused because if it takes place after the Battle of Endor and before Han Solo gets killed, how come Luke Skywalker, the most powerful, did not sense the child, or Snoke, who I'm not going to name for spoilers about that. But otherwise, 1 out of 10 stars, it was a 9 for me.
Okay.
Will John Favreau actually address this issue in season 2, since he already has a green light for season 2?
Can you? You're breaking up a little. Your audio, Lahi. Can you repeat the confusion again? Because I didn't quite understand it.
Okay. If The Mandalorian takes place after the Battle of Endor and before Han Solo gets killed, between that timeline, how come Luke Skywalker, the most powerful Jedi, did not sense the child, or
Okay.
who I'm not going to be naming because
I'm losing you in audio, but I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I get it.
okay.
Yeah, that is a good point.
I mean, John Favreau got a green light for season 2. I hope he actually addresses some of these questions.
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to be Star Wars canon. That's the way he marketed the whole thing.
Can you guys give a thumbs up? Let me, just out of curiosity, who in the chat has seen Mandalorian? Can you guys give a thumbs up or some type of hand gesture?
Hand gesture? What kind of hand gesture would you like?
Have you guys seen?
You got.
I gotta watch what I'm saying with this crowd. Okay. So raise your hand or give a thumbs up if you've seen Mandalorian, just in case. Because I asked 3 weeks ago, nobody had seen it. A month ago, Philip said.
I'm not a pervert. I'm a provert. There's a difference.
Yes, and again says not yet. John Haros says yes. The dude says yes. Eccleston, have you seen Mandalorian?
Not seen it. Not interested.
Okay.
Honestly,
so you gave it a 9, huh? You gave it a 9. You would give it a 9?
yeah, it was really well done. It was well done.
Oh.
The storyline, the action, yeah, it was well done.
What do you guys? So actually, let's throw this question out to everybody. From 0 to 10, what would you guys rate? Elihu gives it a 9. What would you guys rate The Mandalorian? Everybody who's seen it. Dude says 9 out of 10.
9. Haven't only seen 2 episodes of The Witcher. Haven't seen 30 minutes of The Witcher.
So the dude and Stephen Klein are bored with Elihu and giving it a 9.
John gave it an 8.
I'll give it an 8. I'm gonna put in my 2 cents here. I would say I would give it a 7.5. Personally, I would. Now, but then again, there's some parts of it are excellent. I admit parts of it are excellent.
Yeah, without any spoilers, people who haven't seen it yet, John Favreau actually puts the Stormtrooper bat shooting in canon finally.
It's true. That's true.
It's finally canon. That's
That's true. That's true. Oh. Hey, U.S. Dutch Kitty. How you doing, U.S. Dutch Kitty? U.S. Dutch Kitty, we were just asking everybody um, if you've seen Mandalorian and what would you rate it from 0 to 10? Well, that's
well,
interesting.
John Favreau has collaborated on the Marvel Agents of Shield.
I'm with you, dude. U.S. Dutch Kitty. I would do the. I give it a 7.5 too.
I've seen the new Star Wars twice.
Hey, Jeff B. Happy New Year. Merry 2020. Yes. Yeah, there were filler episodes.
It's technically 2020 year zero. So Fellow Gaming 9 out of 10.
Philip liked it.
You better go chase it.
I want to see Phil. I want to see Philip in the Mandalorian. I want to see you in the Mandalorian, Philip. But like, I don't know, maybe with alien attire, or maybe he's a Mandalorian, and then you get to take your helmet off one time.
A true Mandalorian does not remove their helmet in the presence of a living creature. That's why Jango Fett was not a Mandalorian.
Hope you feel better, Eccleston. Those pretzels will help.
Put some chalk at her.
They do film it in LA. You never know. Yeah, Philip. Yes, we got to send Philip all our positive energy so he gets into season 2 of everybody. Everybody hashtag. Everybody tag John Favreau on Philip's stuff. The pictures. This show I wanted to ask if you have been seen.
U.S. Dutch Kitty, please, no spoilers. I'm watching episode 2 into this.
Let's take the dude's question. Let's take. Has anybody seen For All Mankind? I have not. Has anybody seen it?
No, I have not.
Wes
Not yet.
Moody.
Yeah.
Hey, Wes. What's up, Wes? Wes, do you feel like coming on?
Dutch.
Actually, you know what? Does anybody feel like coming on? Like, I know Kitty does jumps on too. If anybody feels like coming on, I'll send you a link. But we've been doing Latchkum tonight, and Elihu and I have been picking people to ask. Latchkum in the Orville is you get thrown the Latchkum egg, and you get to ask the group a question. Yeah, okay, Wes, I'll send it to you. Bye, Mary. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Don't forget, guys, to register for the Orville 24/7. And I'm going to put that link up again. Let's see, one second.
Barry.
Hold on.
Okay, while you do that, I'm gonna load a bowl.
A load bowl. A bowl of cornflakes, right?
Yeah, green cornflakes.
Okay, Wes. You got it. Yeah, I DM'd it to you, Wes. Good night, Mary. Hey, that's a good question from Stephen Klein. Do you guys think we'll see Boba Fett?
Boba Fett was eaten by a gigantic sandworm monster. Oops, did I spoil the movie for somebody?
Hey, Alicia, how are you?
Oh, Alicia's on here. Hi, Alicia.
I am opening it up, so if anybody wants to come on, just let me know. Let's open these up. We're doing Latchkum for a while. We can keep doing it. All right. I'm going to pick a person. All right. John Haros. John Haros. We're throwing the Latchkum to John Haros. Catch it, John. Do you have a question, John, for the rest of us? Is there a question you want to ask to the whole group, John? Preferably Orville related, but if not, that's okay. Sci-fi related.
So,
Sarlacc, yeah, that's it.
Gordon is awesome. Gordon rocks. Gordon can hug the donkey.
Yeah. Yeah, Wes, I sent that to you. That's what I sent it to your Twitter, Wes.
Dutch.
Okay, another time, Kitty. You can go just audio if you want, Kitty. Gordon can hug my donkey anytime. Do you want to, Alicia, do you feel like coming on? You want to talk about 24/7? You want to talk about the Orville 24/7? By the way, guys, if you haven't checked out the Orville 24/7, the Orville 247.
Subscribe now.
Yeah, what he said.
It's called 24/7 because it's o'clock in the morning or 11:43 p.m.
All right, Kitty, I'm sending you. I'm sending it to you. Then.
How did Gordon learn how to fly krill ships fast? He must be awesome.
I DM'd it to you, Kitty. Okay. Okay, Alicia. All right, let's take the dude's question. Let's go. All right, we're in need of a question. So let's take the dude question. I have a question. How long can the Orville continue story-wise in this current climate of TV shows? Oh, I don't think they'll burn out. What do you think? Why? I don't think.
What do you mean?
Burnout.
Hey, Kitty, how are you?
One, it's Dutch.
Oh, Dutch Kitty. Sorry, Dutch Kitty.
Meow, Dutch. It's Dutch. Call her Dutch
Yes.
in the chat.
Dutch. Hi,
Yeah.
Dutch. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, I don't mind at all. It's just that I just
Great. I like the
wish I
Brady.
had forewarning.
Oh.
And actually, Wes has just joined us. So-
Hey.
Hey, Wes.
Oh, hey guys, am I live now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
hey.
Oh, okay. Whoops. Oh, yeah.
I love the backdrop you have
Oh,
there.
wrong way. Oh,
There you
thank you,
are.
thank you. Yes, I
Hi.
just did some updating with it a little bit today. I hung the curtain a little bit higher, so hopefully that'll make the lights
Oh.
a little better.
Mhm.
That looks cool, Wes. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, you can
Very
color
unique.
change them. So I have a business channel too, and I do blue on the business channel so that it looks different.
I like that.
Mhm.
So, Wes, are you going to be opening for Doomcock anytime soon? Is that gonna...
Possibly. I mean,
So blues
I am
business.
responsible.
red-
Yeah. Red's my favorite color, so of course that's got to be for my personal channel. But yeah, I wouldn't mind opening for Doomcock. Became a Legionnaire, and I made the first Doomcock super vehicle, the Doom Buggy. I don't know if any of you have seen it or not, but if you haven't, I can show it to you right now.
Yeah, please do.
What?
All right, I did my contribution as a Legionnaire. I will show you the Doom Buggy.
Well, you know
Hey.
that I'm a Legionnaire
All right, always good to meet a fellow Legionnaire.
and a darling.
All right. Let me see if I can figure out how to share this stuff. Share. All right. I'm sharing the Doom Buggy I created in Photoshop. I think you have to press something to let it go.
Yes, screen
through.
share.
Yeah.
Oh, 1 second. Oh, there you are. Okay, I'm sorry. All right.
And I don't know how to access what you just shared.
There you go.
There we go. The Doom Buggy. And that's my imagining of the center of the earth and Xanadu.
Mhm.
That's funny. That's cool. I like that.
Yeah, thanks.
Hang on, it's loading. Pink!
You think the atmosphere is just more like a? You think the atmosphere is more like a hologram, so it seems that
Barbie
like
pink.
boned
Nice.
in? That's the way I've always pictured it.
I just thought it was from the volcano, the smoke from the volcano, and that it's not really atmosphere.
Hmm. But I mean, like it's a holographic atmosphere, so to cover up all that dull gray of keeping up the Earth from not caving in.
I just thought it was hollow enough that the smoke kind of gathered at the top, and you never saw that.
Mhm.
Could be wrong though. I don't know.
He has it just like your lights. He could change it if it's less smoke, more smoke, depending on his how his day is.
Yeah, there's a lot of HEPA filters in Xanadu.
Yeah.
How did you get inspired to do this, Wes?
I actually, we've been talking a lot about independent content creators and doing different things, and I actually had a picture in my head of a Doomcock comic book. And so this would be one scene out of that. Him with Harvey Cthulhu going around Xanadu, making their rounds. He lets Harvey Cthulhu out once a month to brood and spread his wings. And I've got kind of a couple of story ideas. I fear, since I'm so disappointed by what's been happening with Trek and Star Wars and Doctor Who, oh man.
Yeah, I just finished recording my video for the special of Doctor Who.
Skype
and
or
I'm
tomorrow?
just very disappointed. Yeah, tomorrow.
Whoa, you didn't like
Yeah.
Skyfall?
I'm gonna release it as a two-parter. No, I am furious, and it's hard to make me furious. And it's just that opening bit is like, why is it that I'm watching something past that is not a family show? It doesn't have that vibe at all. And ugh.
Jodie Whittaker's annoying, and she sounds kind of like Tracy Ullman.
Yeah, she's trying to do a David Tennant impression.
It comes out like Tracy Ullman. Go home. Go home.
Yeah, the doctor can be obnoxious, but not like that.
I noticed that.
It's whoever, you know, it's like Gary says, and other people. It's like, you know, the doctor is a brilliant person, but you know, and it shows that obnoxiousness when he, she, whatever, is annoyed by, hey, you're stopping me from my brilliant thought. You know, that's when he really, you know, the doctor shows that annoyance, but not just you hear it in the voice, because most of the time the voice is supposed to be wondrous, you know, and the companions are supposed to help with the doctor being, you know, seeing all that. Yeah.
It's funny you should mention the pretentiousness, because I can't tell you his name, but an actual person who the show, Jodie, is very pretentious, bitch, unquote.
I didn't hear any of that.
I think we lost you. Do you have a Yeti? If you even breathe on the Yeti wrong, that thing will go dead.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right.
Can you hear me now?
I wouldn't mind.
Am I in a
seeing the
Verizon
adventures-
commercial? Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Repeat what you said.
I was saying that. What I was saying was that there was somebody I know who works on the show, and he's a pretentious, obnoxious bitch, basically.
It
Yeah.
comes through.
So he was saying that somebody, he knows somebody who works on the show, that he was saying that she's a pretentious bitch.
Yes, bring back my doctor.
Yeah.
Bring back Paul.
Paul McGann would be great. I didn't like him in the movie, the '96 movie. I hated that movie, but I loved him in the short. In that what was it? The Time of the Doctor.
Night of the Doctor.
Night of the Doctor, the one where he came back. I was like, wow, I could see it. I want to see this Doctor's adventures, because it seemed like he had the gravitas, and he had, like, you know, he had the attitude of someone that was an aged, wizened, Time Lord.
No. I mean, with Big Finish, because all those names that he pulled out at the very end, named those companions. That's all from Big Finish. That's, you know, they had the license from the BBC to make, you know, audio dramas, the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. Now they've done some with David Tennant and Catherine Tate, and with Billy Piper, and Torchwood is going back strong. Just pretty much the only things I think they can't touch is, I think, 11 and 12 right now. I mean, not the actors themselves. Some of them have said what I've heard is that Peter Capaldi would love to do Big Finish, but he won't do it because Jodie's the Doctor. That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, because there's that rumor about they've asked Matt Smith and Peter Capaldi, would they want to do like a meetup? Yeah, the rumored meetup.
Yeah, he was set.
Crossover, and they've kindly said they were busy, or, you know, they're scheduling and all that. And
the one where supposedly Tennant's doctor gets a good talking to from Jodie.
That's the comic. That's the Christmas comic. I still got to read it. I bought it so I can go through that, but that's where the lines got crossed. Was the dropping rumors, and maybe they did it to confuse the fan base and for us to bitch more, you know, to see how we are. But from what I understand, it's a comic. So, but yeah,
style.
Yeah, well, Moffat's not. It's Chibnall, But Moffat, he would be, the way that he did Matt Smith and everybody else, he paraded around all the companions and everything. Chibnall is hiding in a cave. BBC is hiding everything. There have been trailers months ago.
I miss Russell. Russell. David author.
Yeah, but I think he won't do it because during that time his husband was dying at the very end of his run. So I think it brings back bad memories of having to take care of him, and I think that's the original reason why he left, was to take care of his husband. Yeah. So
Just looking at some of the chat here, and I have to agree. I think I really liked Eccleston's Doctor. I thought,
yeah.
I think it's too bad that we didn't get more of them and that they couldn't work things out.
Yeah. Like I was saying, Paul McGann, he was my first Doctor. I've seen anything Doctor Who. It was the TV movie. I saw it back in 2001. And then kind of I forgot about it because I was in high school. And then 2005, I saw Christopher Eccleston.
The TV movie is not technically,
and I fell in love. Well, it gets mentioned. It gets mentioned. They just can't show it. They can mention it, but they can't show images or from it because of the whatever the I forgot who it was. It was Fox and something else. So technically, Disney owns a little bit of Doctor Who copyright.
Really?
Yeah, that TV movie I think was by Fox and either Universal or Paramount, something like that. It was a weird team up with the BBC.
It was a weird movie.
Yeah. Well, they tried to Americanize Doctor Who. That was
they certainly Americanized the Master.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, he's in Big Finish now. They brought that Master back when they did the big Master crossovers.
Good night, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. They're expensive. The sets for Big Finish audio dramas, they can run $20 to $40, but you have about 4 hours. But you have about 4 hours of content, and so every month I always buy more. I'm going through just the 8th Doctor because his is the longest running. So technically, Paul McGann is still the Doctor, even though 8 is gone on TV canon. He's been doing it since 2001, and he's still going.
Well, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, I see that Spyfall Part 1. I had to watch it 3 times as I was taking notes to do my review, and I know I flinched, and it's just I'm trying to make. I made it under 20 minutes, which I was happy with.
So, did you put out a video review?
No, not yet. I'm releasing it tomorrow because episode 2 is going to be dropping tomorrow. So it's kind of like refresh course of why we didn't like it. So, but I'm going to try to get Starry Eye Girl on my stream to talk about Doctor Who. And so, yeah, anybody who wants to talk Doctor Who, I would love to come over. If I can drop myself real quick.
I used to love.
Could you at least please remind everybody that bow ties are cool?
Yes, bow ties were cool, but not on Jodie. And that outfit, that tux on her, no.
She's wearing Bajoran earrings.
Oh yeah, the 2 classic.
Really? She's wearing Bajoran earrings?
Yeah, what the hell was those?
It's a little chain earring that, the style, but it's supposed to make her feminine.
Bit of a crossover there. Yeah, it hooks onto the earlobe in different places, and there's chains hanging down. And I was like, she's a Bajoran Vedic. Yeah.
And I'm just thinking, it's like, okay, show us, the Doctor actually responding to getting an ear pierce. Give us something of just not writing the Doctor as a guy and just so happen to be a woman. Show us the differences.
I think that was a big missed opportunity. Was showing. He's been a man for
couple thousand
thousands and thousands of years. I think that might be a bit of and he always has an adjustment period every time he regenerates.
Yeah,
They give us
it's not just a coma.
Yeah, they didn't give us this would be a big adjustment, and I think there's a huge missed opportunity. I mean, a good writer could have really done well with it, but
yeah, that one moment in The Witchfinder of like, I could have solved this if I was a man, and it's like, finally, we had to go almost 8 episodes to acknowledge that, other than the little moment with the henna tattoo in Demons of the Punjab of like, oh, I've never had this, and
10 doctors.
Yeah, but yeah.
Yesterday we had been talking about with Bounding into Comics. We were talking about how Battlestar Galactica gender swapped Starbuck and Boomer, and they made it. They did a good job with it. So like you can gender swap if you do a good job with it. But but they're making her be a man, which makes no sense.
Well, also it's like everybody says, and I've done my own research. The writers hardly have any sci-fi experience.
Really,
they're like all political playwrights, soap opera writers. Yeah, I remember.
That worked.
Yeah, I remember when that was the tizzy of Starbuck is a woman now. How dare they? Da, 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 da. And then that first episode, I remember was she playing poker, smoking a cigar and everything. And I remember after that, young days of the internet, they're like, okay, it's Starbuck. Okay, we're good. And so yeah, if it's written well, but no.
So while our franchises and favorite characters are crashing and burning, anybody did we lose someone?
We lost Elihu, but we've been losing him all night tonight. He's got a bad internet connection, so he'll be back.
Damn, that sucks. I've got a great internet connection, which I should. I'm paying a lot for it, but anyway.
We got you guys on. Are you guys into the Orville?
Love the Orville.
Yeah, love the Orville. I got my dad into it because he's not a Seth MacFarlane fan, and I had to convince him. I was like, no, there's comedy in it, but it's what we like about Star Trek, Dad. Just get over the humor. And yeah, he's for Christmas I got him season 2 on DVD. I'm a good daughter.
Never a huge Seth MacFarlane fan, and I was somewhat skeptical about the Orville. And in the first episode of season 1, I was like lukewarm on it. But once they started rolling, I was like, wow, this is really good. This is exactly. I mean, he wasn't too jokey with it, and the jokes when they were in there, they really worked. And so, yeah, I really love the Orville. I think the Orville is just an amazing show. And I actually have an idea. I think I asked you, Orville Nation, there on about if Seth accepted spec scripts, because I've got a great idea for a show. I don't know if you remember what it was.
Hey, Bionic Belly Button. Good
Hi,
to see
BB.
you. My understanding, and like I mentioned it on Doomcock last night. My understanding is that when they start the filming season, like they have those scripts written from like way ahead of time,
months in advance. Yeah.
I'm not saying, I don't know. I mean, what about pitching it as a fan film, Wes?
Yeah, I can do anything, but I don't know. It seemed like a pretty good story. So,
well, I mean, yeah, you could definitely try to pitch it to them. I'm not sure what the correct avenue for that would be. Well, we'll talk off the air.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I love it. I thought the arc they gave Isaac and I was somewhat skeptical about the arc they gave Claire, and it just it all worked out. And then they had just some of the actors that they have on there and personalities like Norm Macdonald. Love Norm Macdonald. He's one of my favorite comedians ever.
Skeptical about the art, and
we got you back.
I can hear myself. There we go.
Okay. So we were asking before a couple of questions. Like, do you guys think? Well, let's ask.
Okay. I think.
Yeah, we hear you, Elihu. Let's ask Dutch and
I think I'm back.
We hear you, dude. You're back.
You're back. You look
let's
like
ask-
Max Headroom, but you're back.
Do you guys think that? Claire and Isaac will get
Physically or
back together
mentally?
this year?
Physically
It's
or
tough.
because
I think
They
they
have to be
will, but I
friends
think it's not
again.
going to last.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
I think it's going to be a realization that it would never work.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially with, it's even what little we saw them together. Excuse me for a second. Yeah, it's going to take some time, even for them. I would say, Dr. Claire, for her to be, because she has the boys,
Mhm.
and so just being on friends basis. But who knows? I'm leaving it open. I don't want any. I want Seth to surprise me. That's what I love about this is that you think that it's going to be going that way, and sometimes it does, but then he throws a curveball, and we love the curveball. And
Very
it's
true.
just, and we always, you see all of us go to Twitter and thank him, and Tom Constantino is like, "You guys are brilliant.
Yep.
Thank you for doing this." So yeah, I want to leave it open for right now. I mean, the series is so young, so who knows?
Well, we still don't even really know if they're going to be still in an alternate universe when season 3 rolls around, or at least I don't, because I don't know any of the rumors, but
Yeah,
it could be just a slightly different universe. We don't know yet.
yeah.
Yeah. Good night, Cryptic. Have a good night. What was your favorite episode, Wes? What's your up till now of Orville?
Oh, man.
Then I'm gonna ask Dutch.
God, there's a lot of them. I thought the episode that most people hate was actually the one that I thought was the funniest one. It was the one where Derulio came back.
Oh,
And people were like, no, he's raping Captain,
Mercer and
yeah. I was like, no, you don't get it. It's this is the kind of, for all the complaining we do about SJW type stuff, this was an episode that was so smartly done
Mhm.
and done in a way that explores those types of topics that I thought it was funny too. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, from a
But he and Kel-
cultural, social, species-ish. It was also talking about consent.
Yep. It hit a bunch of issues.
Yeah,
So I
it hit a
thought,
lot, and it's really kind of like we keep pointing. It's like, hey, CBS, why can't you be like this? And that's what people talk about a girl. It hit so many topics all at once, and we loved it. We just ate it up because it was done well. It's allegory,
And you guys just hit on a really good point, is that sometimes I'm feeling like, yeah, you're right. They're hitting like 2, 3, even 4 different major points in one episode. And I don't remember seeing that even in Star Trek, really.
Mhm.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That's why I was so surprised just knowing what Seth MacFarlane's humor is. I was like, wow, this is really well done.
Mhm.
And shoot, there's just so many good episodes. There's the one where they rescued the people from the planet. God, can't think of the name of it. What was the one? They're just like a few humanoids holed up in some cave, and they rescued them.
Oh,
Yeah,
That was a good one
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
It just
that was the episode where the porn episode with Bortus.
Oh, okay.
The
That was.
B-plot.
I thought. See, that's how good it is. I thought those were 2 different episodes, but yeah, that's a great episode.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, and then Bortus's porn. It helps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least it wasn't just a gag. It became B plot into the virus is going through the whole ship's computer, and what we're gonna do about it, and it gets dangerous. So yeah, that's the way you just the curveball again.
What about Stephen Klein's question, guys? Do you think we'll see an armed conflict with the Mocklins this season?
You know what? I'm kind of hoping.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. That would make Bortus a really interesting
Mhm.
and Clyden. Well, because Bortus and Clyden already have issues.
Yeah, and I know that a lot of people complain about there's too much Mocklin stuff going on. And especially, I don't know if it's because we see them the most, but I mean, of just like their culture and all this kind of stuff. And I think it had to be the restraints that Fox had to give them of, hey, you have to hit these kind, that checklist. And now that Seth has more, I guess, leniency now being on Hulu, that he can explore other things than just the Mocklins and, the Solarian? Is that what Tala is?
Chilean?
Solarian.
Yeah.
Thank you. Give us more aliens, especially like the aliens that we saw in the huge Union Council. That we saw different races. I was like, I want to introduce to me all these people. Tell me more. But I think we're hungering for different species. Open the universe bigger for us than just the Mocklets. And I think that's the big complaint. I don't think it's just about, a lot of it could be about Clyden. Everybody has a little beef about Clyden, but it's just okay, we know what that is. Now give us something else. Give us another thing. And, like I said, make the universe bigger.
What do you guys think about? Oh, go ahead, Wes.
Oh, I was just going to ask which one of the admirals do you think is going to go bad?
Oh,
Ooh.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
What makes you think that?
Well, if we're doing Star Trek tropes, usually there's a bad admiral in there somewhere.
Yes.
So I think I ran a poll on Twitter, and Ted Danson was the prime candidate for evil admiral.
I think that would be the obvious one, because I think he would roll with it, because he's always kind of the nice guy, and showing that political side turning nasty. So especially with the conflict with the Mocklins and keeping whatever they could salvage with their alliance with them, and it's politics. Who's going to backstab who's going to keep things in line, and I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah, me too.
I love it.
So it's one of the things that was cool about The Expanse that I wish there would have been more of in season 4, more of the political intrigue.
Mm-hmm.
Dutch, did you tell us which was your favorite episode or not?
I was looking it up. I wanted to say the title because it was escaping me, but it had to do with lasting impressions from season 2, when they found the time capsule with the iPhone. I was getting a little misty eyed as I went through it. It was a whole love story throughout the whole thing, and sometimes you got to have those I guess we would call them bottle episodes of just like keeping it nice and small, but it's one that people remember, and it gave
Gordon
it gave Gordon growth.
Yeah, it did. It gave him a lot of growth.
Yeah, and
I think there's much untapped still material with Gordon's character.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
but
yeah.
that was a good one for him.
Oh, Chelsea Grammer as an admiral.
I like that.
He could make an evil admiral, yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
They could get the lady that played Admiral Bacheyev on. She would probably be a pretty good evil admiral.
We were asking before you guys came on in the chat. We were doing Latchkum, and we were asking if somebody had brought up the possibility of the creators of the Kalon. Will we ever see the creators of the Kalon?
Well, we've seen their skeletons, so there has to be some kind of history, but still in their banks.
Somebody, Eccleston. Oh, go ahead, Wes.
I'm thinking they might find a probe or something that has some information, but they're not going to find them alive. They're going to be dead.
Yeah.
Somebody was saying, Eccleston was saying that they might have a sample of them in the Cavalon Zoo.
That's interesting. That would be.
That'd be cool.
Now I got my gears turning on that. Because I've been hearing a lot of things about the zoo on Twitter. People like, is that gonna come back? Brie Larson has the ear out. That's funny by BB. That's just too on the nose. That's just too on the nose. She can't
Majority
be right.
Rule. Majority Rule was a good one too. I liked Majority Rule.
Yeah, majority rules. Yeah.
Did you guys
Oh, sorry.
go ahead? No, sorry. I just wanted to point out that I think he's gone now, but Philip O'Reilly was a background actor in Majority Rules, and we interviewed him the other day. He was in our chat just a little while ago.
Yeah, let me find it.
Nice. Brie Larson as the evil admiral. I don't think we should be supporting Brie Larson.
No,
but,
not in anything.
She could be evil. Well, that wouldn't be much of a stretch for her.
Now, when I was watching Sanctuary, and I have a little special place for that episode because, Dolly Parton, when that 9 to 5 was going, somebody in my family actually came in and said, "Are you watching 9 to 5?" I was like, no, it's the Orville. And they're like, I don't get it. And it's like, I'll tell you later. Let me watch it. I'm in the zone. But yeah, the creativity of Seth had of using an obscure song to use it as a women's rights song, like a battle cry for the female Mocklins, that was just done so well. Well, he isn't exact stuff, but BB, you know what I mean. But just nobody thought 9 to 5. And possibly any younger people under the age of maybe 20, 25 be like, what song is this? I must learn this song.
Yeah, so much is being lost to the sands of time.
Yeah.
And it was Eccleston who had talked. It was Eccleston who had said about the Kalon biologicals in the Catalan Zoo.
Okay.
Wow. Well, you could do a lot with this. There's a lot of stuff that could be explored.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that.
Oh, you should see some of the things, some of the ideas people come up with in our chat. It's like if the writers' room just sat in on the chat, they'd be. By the way, guys, what's up? So what's the deal? You both are now creating content, right, for your channels?
Yes.
And you've been doing it for a while already, right?
Oh, I'm just 2 videos in.
Oh, okay.
I'm just like 190 videos in, or whatever it is. Might be 150.
I've been waiting for Doctor Who because everybody's been talking Star Wars, and I felt like I like to know everything about a fandom before I like to really talk about it in a public forum. So I was like, Star Wars, I'm just a casual fan. I got it through my brother because he was born in 1977. He saw Return of the Jedi when he was a little kid, with my mom. So I inherited from him, but I was growing up with different stuff in the 90s, and Star Wars just wasn't there. And not until at least high school when they brought the prequels. So, and people complain about, the Attack of the Clones and everything, but I hadn't thought about those movies until the sequel trilogy, and now I'm like, I actually did a 6-movie marathon on Disney Plus of all the movies, just like get myself reacquainted. And Ryan Kennel of Arcade Outpost, he actually, I was inspired by him to start reading, and then I got the audiobook of Heir to the Empire, so I'm going to start that soon.
Oh, you're going to like that.
Mm-hmm.
See, people don't like episode 2 either, but that was the one that I liked the best out of the 3 because I don't know, the night that I saw it was kind of cool, but also I was really, really baked when I went and saw it. So those visuals were amazing.
I love it. I like episode 2.
Yep.
By the way, guys,
the stuff with the cloners and then the arena, when at that time, I don't really smoke these days, but back then I was like, wow, this is amazing. These visuals, so cool.
Let me just say, guys, so I just put Dutch Kitty's and Wes Moody's channels in there, so subscribe to them, guys.
It's only 2 videos, guys. It's not that impressive.
It's okay.
Hey, that means they can watch them all of your content.
Yeah. Get me to how many thousand hours just with those 2. Yeah. Everybody keeps harping on the Thrawn trilogy, and I intend on going through them.
Well, he says his friend was in the Phantom Menace.
I remember hearing about the Thrawn trilogy back when I was in high school.
See, I only saw the things I saw with Star Wars growing up. At least my teenage years was like the Jedi Academy, like kids books. That's all I saw. Because I was more obsessed with my sci-fi love of reading was Animorphs back in the 90s. That was my love right there. I could talk about that for hours because some people think it's the TV show from Nickelodeon. No, no. And actually, the authors took a lot from Star Trek. They're Trekkies, so there's a lot of hidden Easter eggs of Star Trek in that book series. And so yeah, just my love of Star Trek or anything goes right through me. I like to say that I pretty much was born a Trekkie or anything. So when the Orville came around and after what happened with Star Trek Discovery, I mean, what I'm disappointed with is that I can't watch Star Trek with my dad. What they did with Star Trek,
It's ruined the old stuff for you.
I can't watch Discovery. I mean, especially after with season 2.
Well, that's not Trek. Yep.
That's a trick. But thing is that we were kind of like, oh, I think we can't do this. Especially, and so when the Orville, it was like the perfect moment for the Orville to come around. And
absolutely.
Hi, Teresa.
And now that my dad, he lives out of state right now for his job. When it started to come on after then, we got on the phone. It's like, what'd you think? And he's like, well, after we talked, I'm going to watch it again. Because my dad is one of those people that will watch a show over and over again. It could be 10, 15 years old, and he'll put it on 3 different TVs so he could go in any room and it'll still be going. And Stargate, SG-1, Atlantis, Orville, Star Trek, you name it, So I'm really glad that the Orville is around.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So Stephen Klein's comment here, that kind of stuck out to me there. Don't you think they should have made Luke Skywalker the villain of this trilogy, and it could have paralleled what happened with his father, and Rey could have been the one to bring him back from the dark side? I actually thought that was where they were going with it when they found him on the island. I thought he was going to end up being the puppet master, kind of like the Wizard of Oz behind the curtain.
Really?
And that Snoke was going to be like an avatar for him. And that my headcanon was that after, and you kind of seen this in The Mandalorian, the state of the galaxy after the fall of the Empire, but that the galaxy had been thrown into chaos and that Luke Skywalker had become a convert to order. And he was playing both sides, the light and the dark, and was kind of gaming to be the puppet master of the universe. So that's interesting, Stephen, because I thought that was where they were going with it, and then we got The Last Jedi, and I don't know what they did with them.
Honestly, I thought, and along with a lot of people, that Finn and Rey were going to be like a Jedi power duo.
Mm-hmm.
When you see Finn,
yeah, a lot of people thought that.
Yeah, and I actually thought that maybe if they were being trained by Luke in Episode 8, I thought that there might have been a division. Maybe Rey went dark and Finn became the Jedi, and we could have still had Reylo.
Yep.
But it would have been Dark Side Reylo. They could have done that, and the fans could still have this crush on her and say, "Hey, teach me everything because we got to get her back." That's what my little headcanon was going on after Episode 7. So,
yep, pretty much everything that anything that us fans have come up with would have been vastly superior to what they ended up ultimately doing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Teresa.
Do you guys think that what do you guys think about all the stuff about JJ? Do you think he really got did he get a knife in his back from Disney?
I think he's the leaker, or someone very close to him is the leaker, and it's a bunch of CYA. It's the kind of politics that goes in Hollywood. It's that Hollywood politics bullshit. And honestly, I mean, we've all read the leaks, and so we all have an idea of the different versions that were out there, and none of them are really that much better than what we ended up with.
And especially with what was supposed to happen with Matt Smith. Because when I heard that, I got interested. It's like burn me once, shame on you. But I heard Matt Smith being in there. I was like, oh, okay, maybe it's some kind of course correction.
Mhm.
So I was, but whatever happened with what he was supposed to be, and yeah, and it sounded like with Lucas, they were trying to rescue that treatment, and then they just couldn't do it, didn't want to do it. Whatever Kathleen's pull of, I don't know what self-righteous stuff she has going on in her head, because it seems like it's between her and Iger, and then and whatever it is about Kathleen, and saying that Kathleen and JJ didn't see eye to eye from the beginning. So it seems like Kathleen just wants yes men, quite literally, and that's why we got Ryan Johnson.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
So last scene, Stephen Klein says, I also thought that also had the last scene of The Rise of Skywalker should have been Rey teaching a new generation of Jedi. Rey is not qualified to teach a new generation of Jedi. Sorry, Stephen, I'm going to have to disagree on that point.
No, she's not.
I think we all wanted to see, because even through Return of the Jedi, Luke wasn't really a Jedi until the very end, technically, and I think we all wanted to see him be a Jedi Master and train.
Yeah. So when we got that vision, the 2-point visions of Ben and Luke, training with the others and everything that would later become the Knights of Ren, I was kind of like, give me that. I want to know that time. Why do we have to jump that far? So yeah, it's just missed opportunities left and right. Just.
Do you guys think we got? Do you think Samuel Jackson was in there? Wes?
I didn't hear about that. I thought the voice was in there. Wow.
Yeah, I heard that they did film cameos of the big Jedi. All the Jedi are in you.
And it was actually the Force ghosts themselves that were supposed to defeat Palpatine. Well, yeah. See, I mean, that would have been dumb too.
And see, to me, okay, I'm going to go on a tirade for just a second about that. That is a total ripoff of Legend of Korra. And I don't know if anybody here has ever watched that.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, I think yep. That would be a ripoff of that.
It's a complete, it's the sequel show to Avatar. Avatar The Last Airbender. And the Legend of Korra is Avatar Korra. And at the end, sorry, spoilers, she loses her abilities to bend 3 of the elements. And then Avatar Aang, who's now deceased, basically, like Force Ghosting, says, hey, when we're at our lowest is when we're opening up, have the biggest opportunity to open up the change. And you see all the past avatars right behind him. I think like 10,000 of them, 10,000 years worth of avatars. And they give her abilities back. So when I heard that, I went, that's a ripoff. And especially now that we know that JJ made Rey basically for his daughter. It's like, what else was he watching that he could have ripped off?
Yep. Well, they did that in the Transformers cartoon too. I think Rodimus Prime ended up going inside the Matrix and talking to the past Matrix holders too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if anybody else, if any of you remember that.
I do remember that.
That's it's vague, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that was a long time ago. For me.
I was a baby.
Yep. But yeah. I mean, they've ripped off a lot and not done it as well.
Was Palpatine supposed to be a clone? Because they never explained.
They never explained. Palpatine just showed up. I guess he put his fingers out when he went down the elevator shaft or the reactor shaft, and just got a little broken finger and a little broken, and then he teleported. Who knows?
Yeah.
Good night, Eccleston. Have a good night.
Night, Eccleston Angel. Thanks for hanging out.
And the Snoke clones. That bugs me.
They already created Snoke and implied that Snoke was actually behind Palpatine. If they would have kept Snoke and just had Snoke show up there instead of Palpatine, and I love Ian McDermott, but if they would have had Snoke there and Snoke, I killed Snoke, everything the same, even Rey being a Palpatine, it would have just that small change would have made the story make a lot more sense.
Yeah. What did you guys think? What was your take on Mandalorian? Did you guys enjoy Mandalorian?
It was uneven for me, but I liked I think the third and the last two episodes were my favorites. They're the one with Bill Burr. That was probably my
Yes.
favorite.
I was
That reminded
excited.
me of Star Wars. Yeah.
Yeah.
It built it built out the world and
Mhm.
and it expanded the lore a little bit. What's happening with the New Republic, how things work, the kind of scoundrels that he was interacting with.
Mhm.
Yeah, and the stabbing and backstabbing. I love that episode.
Yeah. It's like I gave you my score 7.5. I think that the fillers did hinder it, but for what we got as an overarching thing and the connective tissue between that was for those fillers do make sense. But I do hope with season 2 that it's a lot stronger and just kind of like, you know, they were testing it out, that you could tell they were nervous about making this since it was practically, rumor is, of the Boba Fett movie, you know, with in-betweeners. So now that they see that we're going nuts over the Mandalorian and Baby Yoda, I'm not calling it the child because that's just silly. You know, excuse me. But yeah, when I saw the trailer with Bill Burr, I got excited. You know, because he's just not the guy to go work for Disney, especially if you know his comedy. You know, so but yeah, I loved it. When I saw Cara Dune and everybody was like, "Oh, great. This is where the SJW stuff comes in. She's gonna take over being the Mandalorian somehow." Da 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 da. And then the last episode where we saw Mando basically saying, you know, "Leave me" and all this stuff. I almost thought that they were gonna pull that trigger and have her be the Mandalorian. But thank goodness it didn't do that. That John and Dave Filoni decide not to do that, keep Pedro, and just have this cool female character that looks like she fits with the universe
And can kick ass.
and
You
can kick
really
ass.
buy it.
Yeah.
You buy it.
Good
Yeah,
night, yes, and again. Have a good night. Maybe we'll see you later.
I mean, I can't wait to own shirts of Cara Dune and have her little Funko because I think she's cool.
Yeah.
You know, I would love to see more of her, but yeah, let the story breathe and then have her come back in some really cool way.
Yep. See, nobody thinks Ray can kick ass.
No.
Got those little stick arms, you know.
Yeah, the Brie Larson Captain Marvel stick arms.
Yeah.
I feel bad for the actors because they could have done so many. They could have done a lot with them. There was a lot of potential for the characters, and it's too bad. But at least it launched their careers. I mean, at least they're well known and they've been well paid. So,
and everybody's in love with John Boyega with how he's been doing on Twitter. You know, I bet he can't wait for that NDA to really be over with and just fly. You know, so
do you guys think we're gonna get? Do you guys think we're gonna get a tell-all tale someday for a book from Mark Hamill?
Oh, definitely.
I want one. I'll buy it.
Yeah,
I'll pre-order that sucker.
Yeah.
I will pre-order
You know how many live streams that would make?
Yeah.
I guarantee that's coming someday.
Yeah.
Because he's been bottled up for like 4 years.
Who knows? He's probably already made it, and he's just waiting again for the NDA to pass.
Yeah.
I want to hear about his honest thoughts about Ryan Johnson. He's a round-headed idiot.
Yes.
So, the dude you mentioned, Avatar. So you like the Korra Avatar animation? It's my earlier question about running out of stories to tell. Yeah, I liked the first one better, Avatar: The First Airbender. That one was one of those, such an awesome story. It really blew my mind, and just like, I love the ending credits, the sound, the song at the ending credits.
The soundtrack, yes. And they're developing it with the original creators for Netflix, which is supposed to premiere, I think, this year, live action. I think they've been filming in China and somewhere else, I don't know off the top of my head, for the last 8 months. So
I don't know if live action works, but I mean, if anybody can pull it off,
if they're working with the creators, that's the big part, is working with them. and basically say, hey, let's not do what Shyamalan did. And
Mhm.
so
Yeah,
if they pay homage to it and don't make it political, just let the story be, I'm happy. Yeah, Mark Hamill playing a rogue captain on the Orville, yeah, definitely.
I want to see William Shatner play a bad guy on the Orville. I would
That's interesting.
love to see that.
Be like Ed Mercer's Khan or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, sign me up.
Yeah. See, that's the way you circle back to Star Trek.
Yep.
Wow.
Mercer.
Yeah.
I could totally see Hamill playing a villain on
Yeah.
the Orville.
I bet he's begging for it.
Well, he played the trickster in
He did.
in the Flash.
Yes.
Oh, and he had an "I am your father" line too, which was great.
Yeah.
He
I
did?
watched the Flash just for that episode.
That's great. I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, he's like, "There's something I have to tell you," and the kid's like, "What?" "I am your father," or something like that. Is great.
That's great.
William Shatner as a Jelly as Yaphet's father. Interesting.
Yeah, I want to see more of them.
A lot
I
of
wonder
people
what they're-
even put Shatner's name out there for Avis, to be Avis.
Yeah, what is the culture of the Gelatins? Because I think that's the official name of the race, is the Gelatins.
It is? Oh wow.
I think so.
Maybe we'll have another supervillain reveal, and they'll be like Odo's people, and they'll be evil also.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Do you guys think we're going to get more Jason Alexander as the bartender?
If he's up for the makeup time, I think he's more than willing.
Absolutely. I definitely think so. Yeah, he's too much of a fanboy not to do it.
Yeah.
And let me ask you this. Do you guys think we're going to get more I definitely think so, because she's already on the ship. We're going to get more Marina Sirtis, probably.
Yeah.
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 She's a teacher on the ship, so
I will not watch Attack on Titan. Some people love it. No. William Shatner for literally any part. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Hamill did play cock knocker. That is right.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Shatner was in My Little Pony.
Any part, absolutely.
You know that?
He was?
He was in My Little Pony.
It's too bad we lost Leonard Nimoy, because he was in the Transformers movie. He played Galvatron.
Yes.
It's a pity you Autobots die so easily.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Really?
there'd be some sense of satisfaction at the end.
Yep.
Yep. He had some great lines. He played a great bad guy. And then he was in the Transformers, the new one where he played Sentinel Prime, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I actually fell asleep during the climax of that movie.
My dad was watching all those the Transformers movies were having like a marathon. I forgot what channel it was, and I thought, well, I might as well just watch them with my dad, because I had not watched any of them past the first one. So yeah, I'm all caught up and I'm traumatized.
Yeah, it was not. It didn't have the heart that even the animated cartoon, just their vision of the future, and then it had. When I was a kid, I saw it in the theater when I was a kid, and it had cursing in it. It had 2 curse words, and it was such a big deal. Ultra Magnus was trying to open the Matrix, and he wasn't the chosen one. So it was like, open, damn it, open, and it wouldn't open. And then there was I think Spike was getting sucked into Unicron, and he goes, shit.
But it had a great song too.
It did. You got the touch.
I got it on my
You got
iPhone
the
after all
power.
these years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so what's the Dutch? You have put 2 videos up. What are they about?
Well, I try to do one takes, so I'm not used to being on camera. You know, as some of my friends would know, especially BB, I'm kind of shy. So the first one is just basically about my opinions about the Disney trilogy of Star Wars, and it went to a little bit of a tirade about women being everything now. And with Disney and just Hollywood in general. But and the second one is what was the second? Series 11 review of Doctor Who, and basically me going down and just putting it all together. I was given that advice by Gary of Neurotic, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll watch it. You know, we need more people talk about Doctor Who." And Noel of the TARDIS Zone, he said you should do it, and so I've been kind of holding off, you know, because I had to watch episode Spyfall Part 1 3 times for me to really get a grasp of, did any of this work? So that's why I've been delaying it. And again, it'll be dropping tomorrow, right before episode 2, or part 2. So
Great.
but I'll be covering basically anything that, you know, that I like to watch. Of course, Orville. As it gets closer for season 3, I'll do reviews, like season reviews of those, and in movie reviews. I think Doolittle comes out this month, so I'll be reviewing that with Robert Downey Jr. in it, and so many others. So just starting out, I'm seeing what works, what not works. I did a test run on my PS4 playing Fortnite. That's my guilty pleasure game, and because I got to play with Junk 3PO just a few days ago, and I had a blast. So I'm gonna see, maybe I do some gaming streams, you know, taking little nods from like Geeky Candy and Mary Mayhem, and you know, showing the geeky girls out there of the Phantom Menace that we love games too. You know, that we don't have to have the big Twitch channels, that we just play. But yeah, I'm just anything. So yeah, sorry.
Great. And we've been on for 3 hours, so I gotta wrap this up, Wes.
Yeah.
But I want you to tell us about the last couple of videos that you made.
So the last couple that I've made so far were about the new year. I did a New Year's stream that seems to have been pretty well received. That one went for about a little over an hour. And then I did a New Year's Vision 2020, reflecting on 2019. My content is varied. So I talk about pop culture, current events, occasional car talk, occasional conspiracy theories, and a vlog about whatever the heck I want to, because it's my webcast. So that's my channel in a nutshell.
Yep.
That's my elevator speech.
You gave it a lot better than I did.
I've been practicing a lot. You'll get there.
Okay.
Great, guys. Well, listen, we've been doing Saturday Night Latchkum for a while, and I took a pause because I had the problems with Wi-Fi at the office, but we're starting to do them again, and then we're going to open up for like panels, halfway through the Latchkum. So you guys are welcome, anytime you want. Just let me know.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, this went pretty well. Thank you.
Yes.
And so, guys, Happy New Year to you. Thanks for dropping in, Bionic Belly Button, the dude, Stephen Klein, yes, and again, Elihu. Thanks for co-hosting at the beginning. I know we had kind of a choppy internet connection, but thanks for hanging in there. And everybody who was here earlier, Alicia and Eccleston, everybody, guys.
Hail chat.
Hail the chat.
My friends, thank you so much, Dutch and Wes for coming on. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
And you got to let us know, Wes, if you're going to be doing a pre-Doomcock show. Okay.
All right. I'll pitch it to him. I'll see what he says.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it for coming on. Thanks, everybody.
Absolutely. Thanks.
Good night, guys.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.